So next section is just about the customer. So I remember first episode when I started, I kind of say a few of the crazy, a bit of crazy story where what we find in people homes. Now this one, it won't be crazy. It will be a bit more serious, but is more for you as a customer. So as a gadget engineer, obviously, if you work every single day, you'll be called out to different jobs, and you'll be shocked to see what you find out there. And some of you might believe, all this company posting out there, you need to have your boiler service, make sure, it's safe. Some of you, I'm reading posts on Facebook and comments, and I saw a lot of customers, this is nonsense, blah, blah, blah. A boiler is all right, not necessarily has to be serviced. And, what can go wrong and that sort of stuff, yeah? Again, as a breakdown engineer working out there, having 3 engineers on the road, we came across a lot of things. And I'll say every week, at least one boiler is unsafe. So we probably covering 20, 30 boilers a week where we either repair or service. And every week we find an unsafe boiler. And an unsafe boiler, just understand, is where the combustion's result, so the gases after burning, is either leaking in the property or in the boiler. So it's kind of a danger to you as a person living in the property. Yeah, one in 25, 30, I will say like that. And all the time, kind of these boilers, and don't take me wrong, and with all due respect to every of you, all the time it happens, that person calls when the boiler is not working anymore. So, I have a problem with the boiler, can you help us? So we go out there, and obviously when we test it, the boiler is literally knackered. We had these customers, when you open the boiler, it was like a war zone. It was literally everywhere leaking. It was like, honestly, gone. And I think the boiler was probably close to about 8-9 years, so it's still not that old. We never came across to a boiler, and I can really prove that, where it was serviced every year correct, yeah, and the boiler was suddenly becoming unsafe. Because during the process of servicing, you find issues, and you prevent. If you see that, I don't know, a burner gasket is literally damaged, even though there's no leak yet, you show to the customer, you replace it, and that's it. But all the time when we've been called to a breakdown where, like, boiler's not working, can you help me? We go out there and literally we have to condemn the boiler. Recently, we have a job where we have to condemn the boiler, and the customer refused to allow us. Literally, no. So obviously we have to do the right things, inform the customers, and that's it. But it's important to look after your boiler, guys. Why would you have a car which takes you to work and you won't take it to the garage to have the oil change, the filters and all the stuff? You need that because that's the car which gives you the access to go at work, get paid and all that stuff. It's the same things with boiler. You might pay for it, or you bought the house with the boiler in, but that's the boiler which gives you hot water and heating. Only you have to look after it. And I know there's a lot of misinformation out there, and people, they say, well, what benefit? I mean, there is a benefit. You might not feel it straight away in your pocket, but you have to understand, by paying £100 in having your boiler service, you will use less gas because the boiler works efficient. So in the end of the year, the £100 you pay for a boiler service, you won't pay in the high gas bills because the boiler suddenly is more efficient. And a boiler which was checked is safe, first and foremost, for your safety. Secondly is it won't cost you unexpected cost because it will break down on you. So have a service every year. We have boilers where they're reaching 16, 17 years. In the last 8 years, we looked after them and they are all good. They're literally all good. So have a service, that's really, really important. And touching a bit on the energy efficiency, and, especially now, we go into those winters, gas bills will go up and all that stuff. There is a myth out there. People don't believe actually that a new gas boiler will help you save on your gas bill. Again, changing a boiler brand new one from the old one, you might not see a half cut in your gas bill. You will be about 6-7%, but if you put over the years, that will add up to be probably the value of the boiler. And again, you will have a safe appliance under the warranty. So it is true that you do save with the gas boilers, but understand that you have to look after these appliances. And first is for your own safety. First and foremost, we came across too many properties where there's a CO leak in the property. And some of you guys, you don't even have a carbon monoxide alarm. By the way, with our installation apps, every single job we do, we put a brand new CO alarm. But you, as an owner, if you have a boiler, which is, 5, 6, 7 years, have a service, guys. Have a service to keep your family safe and to prevent unexpected costs to have a repair. So one of the craziest story I can say was the job where we need to condemn the boiler and the customer purely refused to allow us. And what can I say? You'll find these customers. We move on. There was another instance where, again, same situation, boiler, very old boiler, never been looked after. They don't understand how we not necessarily have the authority to condemn the boiler, but we have to inform you that has to be condemned. If you deny that, if you are not allowing us to keep you safe, then we'll have to report that to your gas supplier, which is the network supplier, and they will cut your property off from gas. Simple like that. Yeah. So we had recently a situation similar. Boiler was literally old, not looked after, and they don't understand how can you come in my property and disconnect the boiler. Well, as a gas engineer, first and foremost, our first calling is to keep you safe. That's the first one. Safe meaning not warm. So, I understand you want the heating on, the hot water on, that's completely fine. But our first calling is to make sure you are safe, the appliance is safe, is not a danger to the occupants of the house. And the person, kind of refused, went a bit ballistic with us, kicked me out from the property. Yeah, so this is the life of a gas engineer. Sometimes, we get loved by some of you guys. Some of you just kicked us out. So, but it's fine with us. We still going ahead to do the job right. Obviously, there are a lot of good customers out there, which I believe all of you are good, but sometimes you have some bad days, and it's difficult to understand. But one thing I'll say, have your appliance service every single year. Is a gas appliance, which can go wrong easily, and unfortunately there were deaths because of carbon monoxide leading the property. So have a service every year, and I won't go too deep in too much detail on the crazy stories, but we still find great if you can call them great, a crazy story out there, which kind of keep us sometimes entertained, sometimes really kind of stretch our nerves, but there you go. This is the life of our as a gas engineer. Again, I want to say thank you for staying here. I do expect comments from you guys. I do expect questions. I've been already contacted via Messenger by a few of you guys. And I know that already people are listening, getting encouraged by our message, which is a really good thing. And I think that's the main scope and that's the goal of this podcast, to make sure that, we encourage the new generation coming in. I remember being young and having the fear of failing, but I do get, and there's no failing. I think Peter Jones, he has a great saying that there's no failing, is a feedback. So it's when you think you fail on whatever you're doing, actually is not a failing as long as you look at it and try to learn from it. So as an entrepreneur, you will have challenges. And in order to succeed, you will have to fail. Failing means that you'll have a step or two back, but the important is to keep going up. So you have a 2 step back, something did not went correctly. I don't know what deal you do or what business you try to start. But as long as you keep pushing ahead, you will be good. So do not go back. Keep pushing ahead and you'll be fine. So again, thanks a lot for the feedbacks. And if you have comments and if you have anything you want to ask about business or how I went from minus 25,000 pounds and in 10 years to have a decent sized business which could be close to nearly £1 million revenue, which is projected for probably in the next 2-3 months. I haven't done it by myself. I'll be honest with you. I love people, a lot of mentors around, a lot of people which encourage me, teach me how to do it. So there is hope. You just have to ask. You just have to be out there and don't believe that you can do everything by yourself. That's the one thing I will advise. There are all the time people out there who are ready to help. You just have to ask the question and you have to put the work in. Till to the next episode, as I said, I'm waiting for your feedbacks. I'm waiting for your questions. I just want to say again, big thanks to unsafe Plumbing and Heating. They are the one paying the bill. This podcast costs us money. It's not coming for free. We are in a loss at the moment, but I hope that this content will help other people, especially the young generation planning to get in the business. I mean, whatever the business you might think you go. The message is purely here to tell you that there is a great achievement you can do by following your goals. So just keep pushing. Till to next episode, I want to thank you again. I know it was a short one today, but it was a message purely to kind of take you through what we're doing, how we are, but encouraging as well. We go into up and downs, but I'm still here. I'm still alive, so you can do the same. Hold tight. Have a great day, great evening, and we'll see you next episode. Thank you.